If dropshipping is something that you've been looking into but you're too scared to get started because it's risky, let me tell you that there's a way to start where you don't have to invest crazy amounts of money on ads and you can achieve insane results as a beginner. TikTok Organic can be your gateway into the world of online business, but only if you know how to do it correctly. As you know, the algorithms are constantly changing. With the saturation, blowing up has been getting harder than before. But in this video, I will show you exactly how you can make it work now in 2023. With strategies I've used myself and keep using till this day. With this method, I was able to change my life forever. So if you're serious about changing yours too, then this guide is exactly what you're looking for. So step 1 is to find the product. Learning how to find the right product to sell is essential and one of the most crucial steps to be successful with dropshipping. If you don't understand product research, then you could be stuck in the testing phase forever. Here are some important points that you should take into consideration when finding a product. Wow factor products work the best on TikTok. Don't stress over finding a problem-solving product. A lot of times viral products are the ones that just look cool and people buy off of impulse. Products that solve an insecurity work great as well. As you know, beauty trends are big on TikTok. Attractive people are always showing up in the For You page, which makes the young, impressionable audience be insecure. So selling things such as anti-acne products, teeth whiteners, shapewear, or anything that solves insecurities can work amazing on TikTok. TikTok is a platform that is mainly used by young people, so look for products that a young audience would like and can afford. I don't advise to go high ticket. Products that you can sell for around $15 to $39 is ideal. And lastly, if you find a product that is viral and has worked for others, doesn't mean that it's gonna work for you. It might be extremely saturated and the competition will be high, so as a beginner, you will most likely fail trying it. So how do you know a product is not saturated? You need to know a good research strategy. I'll explain how you can do it for free. The best way to find products on TikTok is to go on TikTok Made Me Buy It, filter by videos for this month, and just scroll and make a list of the products you find. Once you have a good amount of products, now is when you have to do research and check on the saturation and the competition. The free way to do this is 1. To look up the name of the product on TikTok and see if there's a lot of organic stores that are running it. 2 is to do a Google image search on it. This way you can see any websites that could be potentially selling it. And if you find any, you can spy on them and see if they're very advanced or if it's easy to beat them. Then if you want to go with a pay route, you can use websites like Dropship.io. Step number 2 is to create the website and order the product. Since we're gonna do TikTok Organic, then we obviously have to order the product to our house to create content with it. This can take up to a month if you're ordering from places like AliExpress. So I would recommend to pick at least 3 products to run and order the 3 of them at once. In the meantime, you will create your Shopify stores. You have a lot of time, so make sure that you put effort into it. Make sure that they look branded and that they don't look like a dropshipping store. Some tips on creating high converting stores are: 1. Give your product a name. Don't copy and paste the long AliExpress name. You have to give your store a branded feeling. If you're not creative enough, you can just ask ChatGPT to give you name ideas for your store and product. 2nd, buy a domain that you can use on your store. Stores that have the My Shopify on the URL will look unprofessional and trustworthy, so it's better to go the extra mile. You can find very cheap domains on websites like GoDaddy. 3, use a color scheme that it's attractive and it matches the niche or the design of your product. This might seem like an unnecessary thing to do, but a store that's more appealing to the eye will always attract more buyers compared to a store that looks just empty and boring. Most of the time, the empty stores will just look suspicious and people won't want to buy from them. 4, add pictures, GIFs, and videos to your store. It will look more alive, so the more complete it looks, the better. 5, make descriptions for your product. You can also use ChatGPT for this if you're not creative enough to come up with the copywriting. Make sure that they stand out and that they're short too. People won't read a super specific and detailed description. Keep it simple yet interesting. 6, add reviews. This will give the customer the trust to buy from you. One app you can use for this is Looks Reviews. And lastly, always have free shipping and any other offers that can get the customer to buy. Things such as 40% off ends today, discount codes, etc. Step 3, content creation. Now that you have your stores and the products have arrived, it's time to create the content. For this, you're obviously going to create a TikTok account with the name of your brand. You're going to post 3 to 6 times per day. This is the hard part because it's all about consistency. This is a real test to see if you want to succeed or not, because it might take some time. But if you don't give up, your videos will eventually blow up. The algorithm on TikTok has gotten a little bit more complex than before, and it's harder to blow up than it was back then. But it's still possible with the tactics that I'm about to give you now, and that I've used myself to grow multiple accounts on TikTok. And if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram because I'll be sharing more of my knowledge and my journey with e-com. So back to the video. First, verify your email right away. When you create a new TikTok account, you have to almost prove that you're not a bot. So don't do any suspicious activity. Don't mass follow or unfollow. Don't spam comments or likes or anything that will get you shadow banned. I recommend to create multiple accounts for one product. TikTok might favor some accounts, so the more accounts you have, the better. Only make up to 4 accounts per device. If you do more than that, then it will just look suspicious to have a bunch of accounts with the same IP address, so you could get shadow banned as well. If you want to target a specific country, for example, if you're not from the United States but you want to sell there, you'll need to buy a SIM card of the country and get a VPN to appear in the For You page of the country you want to run. I did this when I lived in Chile and I wanted to sell to the United States, so I got my SIM card from Amazon and I just used a free VPN. It doesn't really matter which one. When it comes to content creation, the more quality your content is, the more chances you have of blowing up, obviously. So study what the trends are, how to catch people's attention fast, and have a good hook. This is key to get views. If you don't know what a hook is, it's something that will catch people's attention in the first seconds so that they don't scroll past your video. Use controversial texts to keep the audience hooked. Many of these organic stores use the "I want a refund" videos to get people's attention. Or you can just make any attention-seeking, controversial topic to get people to stay watching your video. I'll put some examples on the screen. Use trending sounds, which is obvious, I think. But yeah, don't use just like some song that maybe you like from a very small artist. Go with the most trending sounds. You'll have a better chance to show up on people's For You page. Use comedy and relatability. Always try to make the audience feel something while they're watching your video. That's the easiest way for them to get hooked. And 9, don't forget about Instagram Reels. This is very important. People underestimate the power of Reels. I would say it's easier to go viral on Reels than it is on TikTok. So go the extra mile. It takes no time to create an Instagram account for your brand and just repost your TikToks on Reels daily. Honestly, on Instagram, you can just post once a day and you can see some results. But if you want to grow fast, then I would advise to do 3 to 6 times, just like on TikTok. So once you get your 1,000 followers on TikTok, you will be able to link your store in the bio, so people will be able to find you easily and buy from you. Remember that it only takes one video to change your life forever. You just gotta stay consistent and trust the process. Because if you follow all the steps I gave you in this video and you don't miss anything, you put the extra effort and you go the extra mile, I can assure you that you will be successful. Also, remember that after 1,000 followers, it will get way easier. Your chances of blowing up are way higher. A lot of your videos will start also performing better, so the overall performance of every single video you post will be way better than in the beginning. So from here, it's all about having fast order fulfillment and shipping. So make sure that you use a good and trustworthy supplier. And obviously, don't forget about customer service. You need to have a good customer service too. From here, you can scale. Eventually, you can reinvest some of the money into running ads, but this is all more advanced. So if you want me to make separate videos on any of these topics, then let me know in the comments. Make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel. If you found this video helpful and you want to see more content like this, you can also follow me on my social medias, my Instagram and my TikTok, where I also post e-commerce, dropshipping content and about my journey. So you can expect more from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.